Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is DawnDoesLife and today I'm finishing my Chupa. I am doing this at the same time as Christine over at Needle to Needle, and she will be linked in the description down below. Please, please, please go show her some love. She is such a sweet, sweet lady, and I've gotten to know her over the past couple of months and I just adore her, and I think you would also enjoy her channel. She does lots of WIP and chats, and again, description below, go check her out, show her some love. Thank you. And now, doing this WIP and chat. WIP stands for work in progress. Chat stands for me just blabbing away as I'm doing it. Get out your work if you'd like to and work along with me. I'm gonna get this finished. I've got some work in the lips here, and then a bit in the nose and a bit in the sucker. So I should be able to get this finished. It is January 2nd. I wanted to have this done by December 31st, and life just happens and I did not get it done. So to start things off, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys have a fantastic 2022. I think we all deserve it. And I just hope you guys all stay safe and warm and happy and have fun. And I just hope it's a positive year for us all. Anyways, gonna start off with the letter X that's up here in the nose. I'm just gonna move this down a bit. Look at this painting though. Like, wow, it is so nice. This is from an artist named Patrice Murciano from Diamond Art Club, and I love his work. And I thought there was a possibility I was going to hate it after doing all of this white, and I have to tell you that this painting was a pleasure to work on from the get-go. I love the way the colors just jump out at you on this one. I have one more of his here, and then I want the one of the hands holding the world, but it sold out, and I was so frustrated. I hesitated. I saw it. It was there. I think it said they had like 3 or 4 copies left of it, and then the very next day it was gone. So it was my own fault for missing it. Ugh, could just kick myself. Hopefully when it comes back in stock, I'll get my hands on it. And for now, let's just get into this one. So I think I'm gonna move this down just so it's closer to me, and then I'm just gonna zoom you guys in a bit. Okay, so let's get this section done and start chatting away. How did your guys's Christmas go? Or your holidays? Christmas, New Year's, how did it all go? I love hearing how people spend their holidays and the things that made them happy. So please share in the comments down below what you did for Christmas. Some people I know were deciding to still self-isolate or quarantine themselves or keep their gatherings super small. I know that's what we were gonna do. I've got my one daughter who is in Hawaii right now, and she's on the island of Oahu, and they're not in Honolulu. They're in the north end of the island, and she is just having a really, really good time. So I missed her this year, but I'm super happy that she got to experience that. And then she's been, I mean, we've been chatting every couple of days, and she messaged me or FaceTimed me. I think that's all I have for that. Oh, there's a couple in here. To tell me all about all of the shopping she's done and the great prices she's finding. And I guess there was an outlet mall there, and she had a blast doing that one day. So she had to show me everything she got. And yeah, wow, the prices that Americans get or at these outlets, like we don't have things like that up here in Canada. The closest thing we have is like Winners, which is not really, I don't find the prices that much better there for the quality. But anyways, the prices you guys get just always astounds me. And even with the conversion, it was like the conversion to Canadian, it was so much cheaper, she said. But anyways, so we were going to spend Christmas Day with my oldest daughter and my grandkids. 996. I'm just gonna pull out this next color first. And we qualified for the booster shot, and we were gonna wait until after Christmas, and I'm just totally kicking myself that we didn't. So on the, I think it was the 21st or the 22nd, a friend of ours, Vaughn, called my husband at work and said, hey, by the way, there's no lineup here right now. So where we get our booster in Saskatchewan, or in Saskatoon, is this Prairieland Park in the one of the buildings there. And so Vaughn called and said there was no lineup, and Greg called me and said, hey, let's just go get it, and then it's done. But by the time we got there, there was a lineup. So we spent about half an hour standing outside in the cold. It was awful. And I was wearing my fall jacket. I'm so dumb. But I just thought, you know, okay, no lineup. We'll get into the building really quickly. And anyways, it was so cold. But we went and got it, and oh my Lord. Greg and I both got so sick. Like, just felt like crap. Headaches. That was the big one. I still, to this day, have a headache. I've been having headaches every single day since I got it. But we had the body aches, the hot flashes, the feeling cold. Like, we had the whole gambit. And I was so sick, I felt like crap. And then I had to do, because I put off my Christmas shopping, I ended up having to do all of my last minute shopping. And then we were cooking the turkey to take to our daughters, because we were having it at our daughter's house. She wanted to host it this year. And so we cooked the turkey. Well, actually, Greg cooked the turkey, because that's sort of our tradition, is Greg cooks the turkey and the stuffing. But now the kids are getting older and they're starting to do some of that, which Greg loves, because that means he doesn't have to do it. But anyway, so we cooked the turkey and got up Christmas morning. I had made this Christmas brunch. Maybe some of you do something similar, but it's bread with ham and then cheese and then another layer of bread soaked in egg overnight, and then the next morning you put cornflakes on top and margarine, and then you bake it for an hour. I did that, and I just felt like crap. I didn't end up going. I feel so sad. First time in my 50 years that I've ever not gone to family or had family for Christmas. So Greg went, and I'm glad that he did, because they were able to send me pictures as they were opening gifts and stuff. But I just couldn't do it. I knew if I was there, I was going to feel like crap, and it probably wouldn't have been a lot of fun to be around. And I just didn't want to take the chance, because I had done so much shopping, and like, part of me was starting to think that, you know, is this just from the booster, or did I get exposed to Omicron, or I don't know. I was just worried that I would subject somebody else to being sick, and that was part of it too. But anyway, so Greg went and I stayed home, and I was okay. I was okay with that, except that I missed out on that time with them. So I'm going to go see them in the next day or two. They were at their dad's, and now they're back, or tonight they'll be back with their mom. And I'm going to go see them so that I can spend some time with them. Anyway, I'm just shaking my head, like, how dumb could I be? I should have just stuck to like I said, I should have just stuck to my guns and not got that shot until afterwards. And if Greg wanted to go get it, let him go get it. I mean, he got over it. He always seems to handle getting over flus and stuff really quickly. He hardly ever gets the flu, whereas I would get a cold or a flu once or twice a year, and I just seem to not. I have a stronger reaction to them. So, I don't know, it's not surprising to me that this booster really knocked me out. Every single time we got both our vaccine 1, vaccine 2, like dose 1, dose 2, and then the booster, every single one of them hit us hard. And Greg too. But the first time, my biggest thing was just I felt wiped out. And that was for about a week to 10 days-ish. Like, I just felt like I could sleep nonstop, and had the sore arm, had a little bit of a fever. But that was the main thing. Second time, it was a lot like this time, but not quite as bad. This time just seemed to be a bit worse. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking that just because I missed out on Christmas. I don't know. But I don't really feel like I missed out. So the kids loved their presents, and Greg and I didn't really have a lot of stuff to open on Christmas morning because we had bought the fireplace and put that together. And that was kind of what we had decided to do this year. And oh my God, I'm so happy we have it. It's been so cold here in Saskatoon. In fact, I would love to hear what your weather is like wherever you are. We have been hitting, today is actually the first day that it's not bad. What is it right now? Okay, let's just check the weather today. Minus 16 feels like minus 24 right now. But we've been hitting minus 48 to minus 50 on a consistent basis for over a week. It's been pretty tough. And our house, in the front room, I don't know if the guy who built our house just skimped out on the, why does that's glaring off there a bit. I just got to turn that a bit. I don't know if he skimped out on the insulation or what, but that front room of ours just always seems in the wintertime to get super cold. So it's been really nice to have the fireplace, the electric fireplace, to just keep us warm when we're watching movies and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway. And then New Year's, so Greg had Christmas Day and Boxing Day off, and then he works New Year's, and he does that every year. And we're really not big New Year's. Like when I was younger, I didn't even really party a lot on New Year's. Occasionally, if there was like something special going on for New Year's, but most of the time, no, we just, and for as long as I've been with Greg, it's always been like Christmas Day off, and then New Year's he works, so we've just kind of gotten used to that. So he went to bed early on New Year's, like before the countdown, because he has to be up, he gets up at like 4:45 in the morning, and I FaceTimed my daughter in Hawaii and talked to her, and then sent wishes out, and then, well, I stayed awake fairly late, but nothing special, like I said. Oh, this is looking so nice. I can't wait to be done this. Not because I think I'll miss how much I've enjoyed this, but I can't wait to see the finished product, I guess, is what I mean. And I don't know, Christine, did you end up getting it finished? I would love to know. I didn't see an updated WIP and chat for her, so I don't know if she finished, but tell me, did you finish? Christine also is a knitwear designer, and she has designed knitwear patterns in the past and decided to do one. I think she said she wants to do one a month or one every couple of months, and then she sells them on a site called Ravelry. But she posted her Instagram photo of the pattern she designed for January, and it looks so nice. Oh, I don't knit. My grandmother taught me how to knit when I was younger, but I never really got into it. I'm more crochet than I knit, but I don't even crochet, if I'm being honest. I haven't in years. I think the last thing I did a couple beanie hats, or slouchy hats, I guess, when my daughter was a teenager, and then I crocheted some owls, and I've crocheted Afghans, but I have this one Afghan that I started like 15 years ago or more, probably more, and put it away and never did it. And that was for Greg and I, but I had done them for the kids and stuff, and just never finished the one that I did. So I don't know. I used to sit for hours. I'd sit in front of the TV, and as I was watching TV, I would crochet. And I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. There's a few shows that I watch. Since I don't watch TV a lot, I just don't even think of doing that. Oh, my pop's in the way. I have my Pepsi in case I get a frog in my throat. Oh, speaking of frog, oh my goodness. Oh, whoops, I missed a drill. I was in a live stream last week. Oh, I've got a hair here. What the heck? So I was in a live stream last week with some of you guys probably know who this is. I had never, I hadn't found her yet. But it was the Uncrafty Crafter. Her name is Jenny, and it was so much fun. It was in fact, I'd say it was the funnest live stream I've ever been on. I've been on some really fun ones, but this one, they were talking about frog legs at one point, so that's what made me think of that. But they got on to talking about bidets. Like, they were talking like they were pros. They are all getting them, and not all, I mean, but a lot of them were talking about how great they are. And oh my word, did I go on a rabbit hole type of research adventure on bidets. I mean, they're so common sorry, my brain's not working. They're so common in like Japan and Asia, and in North America, they're just not at all. But I guess a lot of people started getting on that bandwagon when we had the toilet paper shortage at the beginning of the pandemic. A lot of people who have used them just swear by them. So yeah, I was like on this roller coaster of, why would I use one? But I mean, honestly, apparently, they pretty much pay for themselves. They're not bad priced at all either. Like, I saw some for like between 30 and 40. I saw some between 50 and 60. A couple around 100, and then they go up from there. But some of them have hot and cold water. Some of them are electric. Some of them are. It's just wow. Who would have thought there'd be so much to choose from with regards to a bidet? But anyways, so I know somebody personally who has gotten a bidet recently and swears by it. And then it was just so weird that it was in this live stream. They were talking about it, and yeah, so it made me go look. I don't know if I'll get one. I'm starting to think about it. It's whether or not I can get my husband on board. Oh, that's a little bit off kilter there. But yeah, so I'm getting close. This is so exciting. So speaking of TV, which I was before I was speaking about bidets. Oh, I keep on missing like one drill. Our friend Vaughn was coming over. Well, we watched. Did anybody else watch The Wheel of Time? It was one of my husband's favorite stories. He read the entire series, including the ones that were written after his death. Who is it? Robert Jordan, I think, is the author. Anyways, so they created it, or they made it into a series on, I think it was Prime. Was it Prime? Yeah, it was Prime Video. And so we were we would watch like 2 episodes. So we'd save it and do it once every 2 weeks. And first time we went over to Vaughn's house for supper, and then we had him over to our house, and so we finished the series just after Christmas. My husband was so mad at the final episode of the series. Without saying anything or giving anything away, if you haven't seen it, it's actually enjoyable. I like fantasy. Like, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Even though the last couple of years kind of went to crap, I still love that series. I'm really looking forward to is it House of the Dragon, the new one, the spin-off? Really, really looking forward to that. I miss Game of Thrones. So Wheel of Time is actually it was enjoyable. I really liked it, but Greg was so mad because I guess they veered quite a bit away from the books. He said he loved every episode, and every episode kind of built and got better and better and better. And then the last episode, he was so mad. So I don't know. Vaughn read the series too. I never read the series, and so for me, it was easy to just take it for what it was and enjoy it. But yeah, he really was perturbed on that last episode. I think Vaughn enjoyed it. He didn't really say anything, but then Greg didn't say anything that night either. So like, he told me a day or two later how mad he was at it. But he's still looking forward to season 2. So, and I think it's already been renewed. I'm actually not positive about that, but I think somebody said that it was already renewed. You know what? Let's just get this black out of the way. Once I do the black, the nose will be finished. Diamond Art Club, there's quite a few of the, like the colors, they do give quite a few extra. I had no worries whatsoever about running out of drills like I do on some canvases. I've had a few where I've been, and I've never had it where I've run out, but I've come close, and I always feel so stressed out if that happens, because then it's like, you know, even if you want to finish the canvas, if you don't have that color in extra drills from another canvas, you have to wait for the company to send you more, if they even do. And not that I would expect that to happen with the Diamond Art Club. I was actually impressed with how much extra. Like, here, this is my white. That's how much extra I have of my white. This is the large Huican Elizabeth Ward knockoff. That's like half full. And I had filled 2 of these, and then I think I had, no, I just filled 2. It took 2 of these filled. The second one was filled about 3/4, a little more than 3/4 of the way. But it's like now I'm in the last stretch of the painting. So every time I do a color, it's like the last of the color. And then I will be on to my next one. And I'm actually trying to decide what my next painting is going to be, or, oh geez, what's going on with this? Also, I wanted to give you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the other day, I did a video on metal tips. I'll have it linked up in the corner here, but I just want to show you guys. I contacted the seller. So I had said I was going to practice with this tip, and I did. And as I was practicing, I hope you guys can see this. Why is that not? Oh, maybe it's because I'm zoomed. Where is it? There. Can you guys see? Actually, you know what? I took a picture of it because I had to send a picture of it to the seller. But the metal, or whatever you want to call it, is flaking off at the end, and it actually looks like a brass tip underneath, which makes me think they just coated it with something. And then the other thing that I noticed, so it said it's a steel tip. Well, metal should be magnetic, and these magnets are super, super strong, and there's like no hold to it at all. So I don't know what they used, but it is not metal. So yeah, I contacted them and let them know, and I just did that last night, but I wanted to give you guys an update. I actually, knowing this now, am not sure if I would recommend But you know what? This isn't really metal either. Oh, but you know, see, that's the thing. Like, look at that. So on this pen, it's metal. It's lifting it up. It's not a super strong, but it's something. And on these ones, it's nothing. Let's try the cat-eared. Okay, I can feel a pull, but it's not enough. Maybe it's because the pen is so heavy. Nothing there. But I do feel a slight pull on the cat-eared tip. So anyways, I'm really frustrated about that. That it's peeling off almost makes me feel like they just took a plastic tip and coated it with some paint or something, and now it's peeling off. So just an update. And the Etsy ones were the ones that I said I liked better, and I do. This is the Etsy 6-placer. I do like it better, but I just thought I needed to share that with you, and I will let you all know what their response is. I asked for a refund because it was, well, it's clear to me that I'm not going to get a metal tip, and, you know, it's going to happen again if it's the same, if they make it like that. If that's how they make it, then it is eventually going to flake off. But I noticed, so I was practicing with that tip, and I noticed it started doing that. I was practicing on this painting, actually. So just like not even a day's worth of use, and it started doing that. Like, that's not great quality. So anyways, just thought I would let you guys know that. Like I said, I still do like the other tip, but now I'm starting to look at some other sellers to see about their metal tips, and maybe I'll just keep trying some more. Guess I can't expect to have found the gold standard on the first try. I guess just keep it, or think of it that way. So my husband and I, back to TV. And here I say I don't watch much TV. I really don't. I do watch stuff on my computer when I'm, you know, sitting up at night. Like I just watched the Squid Game just before Christmas. And I really enjoyed it, actually. I didn't think I would, but I was watching one of Christine's videos, and she said she had watched it. So it made me go take a look at it. The first episode, the guy is like a wiener. I was thinking, oh, like, what am I watching? And then by the second episode, I was hooked, and I binged it in like 2 nights. Because sometimes you have to give a show 2 episodes. I usually give 2 or 3 episodes before I decide whether or not I'm going to continue with it. I'm glad I did. And the funny thing is, when it first came out and it was like in the top 10 on Netflix, I think it was Netflix. Yes, Netflix. I had no interest in it at all, but then I heard her talking about it. You know, I honestly didn't. I heard some people say the gore is just awful. I didn't find it. I like horror movies though, but I didn't find it gory. I really didn't. I mean, lots of people die in it, but I didn't find it awful to watch. There's some gore that even, like, as I get older, I find I can handle it less and less. No, I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually looking forward to season 2 of it. So thanks for the recommend, Christine. I'm getting so close on this. Oh, I zoomed back out. Maybe I should zoom back in so you guys can see it a bit more. I'm all done with the nose. I'll zoom out. Oops. So the nose is completely done now. Now it's just this section in here that I have to do. So not too much more. And I'll zoom in a bit more so that you guys can see it. I have to put my finger here so that I don't zoom in too much. Whoops. Maybe I can move it forward a tiny bit. There we go. Couple more colors. So did anybody come up with some, or do you guys, here goes my voice again. Do you guys do New Year's resolutions? I didn't do any this year, and then I was talking to my daughter, Oh, okay. So this reminds me of something actually. And she said what her goals were. She called them more goals than resolutions, things to work towards. I like that better, I think. So it got me thinking, well, maybe I should look at it that way and try to set some things to look forward to for this year. But I'm still kind of working on it, I think. But one of them is asking for things instead of just not saying anything, or I don't know. I hate asking people for things. That reminds me to ask you guys all to please, oh, maybe I should zoom out a bit more. That's a bit too close. Please, please, please. Can you give this video a thumbs up? I always forget to say it, and then I'll just put a graphic on the screen, and I'll put it at the beginning and I'll put it at the end. But I hear that you're supposed to verbally say it, and I just hate doing it. So you guys, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate it. It does help the YouTube algorithm put my video out more, the more interaction my video gets. So when I ask you to leave a comment, even if it's something just as simple as hi, anything, but the thumbs up, or if you don't like the video, you know, giving it a thumbs down, if you guys could do that. And then for all of you who may be new, or this is your first time doing a whip and chat, I do lots of diamond paintings type videos, unboxings or tips and tricks, or just whip and chats, or sometimes time lapses. So if you like those kinds of things, I'd really, really love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it right now, and I spent the first over a year doing skip the dishes videos, and decided that this was something that I was just a little bit more passionate about so far as doing a video. And it was also not vlogs, which, like, vlogs are a different beast. So I switched my channel, so I'm still trying to grow my subscriber base on these types of videos. I must have static or something on this tray, because it seems like every time I dump my beads or drills, they stick to the tray. I have one that sticks to the tray. So yes, you guys, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would love it. And if you wanted to subscribe to the channel, I would absolutely love it. There, I asked. So that's one thing I want to work on this year, is just trying to remember to do that a little bit more. Sometimes I remember, but because I think I'm so adverse to it, I a lot of times forget. Sometimes people say they would never guess it, but I'm introverted, and I'm I have a lot of social anxiety. So if you find that I'm like talking fast, or I'm rambling, or I'm switching subjects, it's just something that somebody with social anxiety does. I find another thing that we do is we'll do like post-mortems. So like when I'm listening back to my videos, sometimes I'm just cringing. And this is part of the reason why I actually started doing YouTube, was to kind of get myself out there a little bit and get used to, or more comfortable with, talking. Because I will do these like post-mortems where I pick apart the entire night or the entire interaction and beat myself up because I said something stupid or out of place or awkward, and I really want to stop doing that. And yeah, so if you ever think I'm a weirdo, that might be why. And I'm just learning this whole social media thing. I just started doing Instagram, and actually I'll see if I can find a graphic to put my Instagram up on the screen, but I think it's it's the same as my channel here. It's just DawnDoesLife. I missed it again. So if you are on Instagram, oh look, oh, I had an extra one. That's awesome. It was stuck in my pen. Oh, actually no, I think that was red. That was the red one. Ooh, that flew. But yeah, so if you guys are on Instagram, I'd love you to come say hi. Again, it's at DawnDoesLife, I think that's how you say it. Like I said, I just started, I think in maybe November or December, I started posting a few more. I had posted a couple things up on there in the past, but really not that much at all. And I'm actually getting to know a couple of you on there a bit. And TSL Dame, she was the one, she was the guest star on the Uncrafty Crafters live stream that night. That was so much fun. We did, so we got on all these like hilarious topics, and if you can imagine a room full of adults talking about bidets and where that conversation went, I mean, I'll just leave it to your imagination, but it was a lot of fun listening to it. And then she played this game where we did Mad Libs, and it was just hilarious, but a lot of fun and a lot of interaction. I was so impressed with that live stream. So, and now I've already, I want to go back and see more of hers, or I want to, like any future ones she does, I want to make sure I don't miss them, because it was so much fun. And like I said, I've been on some fun interactive ones, but yeah, this one was just like above and beyond. It's like now I've just got a couple left of each color. Oh, and I have a finish off. Oh, and I missed an L too. I do that all the time. I work on one color and then I'm finished, and then I find it again. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. One there. Oh, you guys. Oh, and a couple there. I'm really trying to. There's not very many places left to drill anymore, so I'm really trying to scan and make sure I don't miss, because I missed a plus sign there. The way I have my light set up, I have my tray of drills kind of standing up, but the light hits it and then I can't read the symbols because there's a glare. If you're wondering why I'm like, I can't find it, that's why. Is that the L? Yes, that's the L. Okay. Oh, I missed 3 black. Jeepers, Dawn. What the heck? Missed 3 black right there. But yeah, so like into this whole Omicron variant, are you guys finally feeling like better, or are you worried about it? It's like since the get-go, I feel like to some degree the government hasn't always been completely honest with us with regards to the thing I always go back to is in the beginning when they said it's not necessary to wear a mask, and then later they admitted that it was because there was a shortage of them in the healthcare industry. And I remember, I don't know, if they had just told us that from the get-go, people who knew how to sew could have started sewing and selling and putting them out then. And then the whole get your dose of, or get your vaccine, and then, oh, but you need a second dose, and oh, now you need a booster. And so it just feels like it's constantly changing. And I get it, because the virus is constantly changing and we are learning. This is new. I understand all that, but I just feel like I would rather be told the truth than be told what's best for the situation. And I feel like that's happened a couple of times. Last color, A. But I'm always, every time I hear that things are looking up, and I'm talking about how Omicron does not seem to be as serious. The outcomes aren't as serious, or that it's, I guess, not as deadly. I always approach that with a grain of salt and very, very cautious optimism, because there's been a few times where it seemed like there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and then that tunnel just grew longer. And yeah, so I'm kind of struggling with this whole, like, we in Saskatchewan, we have, I think, 1.2 million people in the entire province, and we broke our, in October, I think it was October 6th, we broke our daily record of, I think it was 650 cases in one day. And just the other day, I think it was the 29th or the 30th, where we were at 742, I think. And it happened much quicker. Like Saskatchewan has only got their first Omicron case about 2 weeks ago. So that's how quickly we went from, and we were down to where we were getting like between 30 and 50 a day. And now we're up to like 750. So, and I can't stand our premier. I don't think he has the best interests of Saskatchewan residents in mind at all. He refused to put any restrictions on in the summertime, and that's when Delta was getting bad, and he's not doing it now, and now it's we're finding out that, you know, the rapid tests are 50% likely to give you a false negative, and you can't go get a PCR test. And I'm one of these people that I need to see the numbers, and I feel very unsettled if I can't see the numbers. So yeah, I'm having a hard time with this one. And now he's saying that, you know, no, again, they're not doing PCR tests unless you end up in hospital and you end up severe or you're at high risk. I'm just so frustrated. Okay, you guys, so that's enough Omicron because we have this beautiful picture to look at. I'm going to zoom right out. Look at this painting. Let's get it off the light pad. I didn't actually need to use a light pad today. Sometimes depending on what time of the day or night, but I have all the other lights on right now. I'm just trying to get this off here. Take my magnet off. Oh, and I have one more here. I always clip it. This one, the sides were curling up quite a bit and they didn't settle, so I clipped it. But I usually will clip it when I have it on the light pad. And then I have this green pad underneath to protect the desk, because the first time I started scratching, this is a fairly new drafting table, and I started scratching the table with the clips. So anyways, you guys, look at this painting. It's so beautiful. Look at it. I'm trying to make it ripple so you guys can see maybe if I turn the lights now that I'm not doing it, maybe you guys will get the effect of it a bit more. But just look at that. So all the ABs were all in through here, and just like in through the sucker, and then a little bit through the drip coming down, a little bit down here in the beginning of the hand. And that was the only AB on this one, and I think it's perfect. I think it was perfectly placed, and I just love how that picks up the colors around it and just extra sparkle. But wow, you guys, like, look at this. Oh, again, I just love the way this artist's work kind of just pops right out of nothing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, you guys, so Chupa is done. I thought I was gonna get a whip and chop out on the like done, edited, and out on the 1st, and like I said, it just didn't work that way. So sorry for any of you I told it was gonna be out on the 1st. Now this one won't be out until probably, I would say, tomorrow, which would be the 3rd. But I hope you guys liked this one as much as I do. It really is so beautiful, and honestly, if you've never checked out Diamond Art Club, you don't know what you're missing. And I do have a code down in the description that will get you, I think it's 15% off your first purchase if you've never purchased from them before. And that's not to say that you have to use that. If you don't want to use that, if you don't like using affiliate codes, it's no big deal. But you'll get a link to Diamond Art Club and just go check them out, even if it's not with my affiliate link. It's like they are so good. By far, hands down, there's no other canvases that I've seen that are this flipping good. So that's going to do it for me. Please, again, one more time, I will ask to like the video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. I mean, that's fine too. And I would love to hear what your goals are for 2020 in the description down below, or in the comments down below. Please leave me a comment. And if you have not subscribed, I would love, love, love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you got some work done. I definitely got some work done, and now I have to think what I want to do next. Oh well, good way to start the year. Have a great day, you guys, and I hope you guys are all taking care wherever you are. Take care. Bye. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.